Hey guys, welcome in to night 4 of Nightcap with RhinoMan. Hey, I'm your host Tom, aka RhinoMan, and today I have just been swamped with work. If you don't know what I was doing, you could go over to my Facebook page, take a look. I shot a couple of quick, 30-40 second videos. Had to clean out the garage from my kids thinking it's a storage unit and just tossing crap in there. Took me a long time today. Kind of wiped, had some Red Bull, but good news is I talked to my doctor and I'm back on Corona. So that's all good. Hey guys, tonight's guest went on a 5-day winning streak. We're going to find out all about that in a minute. But first, as I do, I got 3 questions for you. Tonight's questions are this: what is your longest winning streak? Hey, I want to know, how long have you sustained a good winning streak? I know Sister Yoshi, I don't see her in the chat right now, but I know she's on a pretty good winning streak herself. She's been to the casino quite a few times, and each time she's come out ahead. So I want to know, what is your longest winning streak? Flip side to that question is, once your winning streak was over, did you try and keep it going by betting higher? Hey, sometimes when you're not running well, or when the winning streak just ends, you're like, oh, I could get it back just by upping my bet level just a little bit. So hey, I want to know if that's something that you do to try and get that winning streak back going, or do you go back to your regular bets and try and build it back up again? That's question number 2. Question number 3 is, do you play online casinos? I see a lot of them out there from Chumba. There's a ton of them out there that offer online casino gaming. Myself, I don't play online casinos because I think it would be too dangerous for me to play those games, simply because I would be relaxed at home and I would be spending money like crazy. But I want to know your experience with online gaming. Hey, I've seen some people win some pretty big jackpots, and hey, I really don't know if that's something that's worth it for me. And if you do play online gaming, how easy is it for you to cash out and get your money back? That's something I want to know. And I have a bonus question for you today. If you guys have watched my Nightcap series, you know Corona is what I drink for my show. It's part of my show. It is my show. So here's the question for any tax people out there. Since Corona is part of my show, can I use it as a write-off? Can I write off my Corona? Hey, I'm asking for a friend. That's all I'm doing. Let me know if you're a tax person. I see Slot Sister in there, and I know she has some background with taxes and everything. Let me know, girl. Can I write my Corona off? If so, I'm headed to Costco right now. If not, it's all good. Hey guys, you see the banner going across. This is normally where I say, hey, my channel supporter is such and such for this episode. However, I was going through my analytics today, and I would like to thank some of my recent new subscribers to the channel. Hey, there's a few of them. I'm going to be doing this on a regular. Susie's Luck has arrived. Thank you for subscribing. D Cross 707, thank you. Linda Gonzalez, thank you. Blaze Lewis, thank you. Josh Manley, thank you. And W and J Forever Keno Casino, thank you. If you're watching, I really appreciate you subscribing. If you're watching now, please do me a favor, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Okay, shout outs right now. I see a lot of people in the chat. Hey, let's say hi to everybody that came in today. I know, guys, there's a lot of lives going on. I was just watching The Gambler After Dark. I always watched. So anyway, I appreciate you guys taking the time just to come in even for a few minutes. It's a Slot Machine Simon. Thank you for coming in. Lucky Obsession. Suck it up, girl. Connie, really appreciate you coming in. Slot Sister, of course, my bestie. Guys, if you don't know, this is day 4 for me. I've had 4 lives, starting on Wednesday, ending today. Tomorrow, I'll be live again, but I won't be live on this channel. I'll be live with Slot Sister, my bestie right there. We'll be on the Level Up series. Looking forward to that. Around 3 o'clock, I'll either be at Harris SoCal or on my way to Harris. So it's going to be an interesting live with her. Gamblers Unknown. Spent some time talking to him yesterday for a while. He's killing it on Facebook. You got to go over to his channel, check it out. Watch some of his Facebook videos. Watch them all the way through. Because if you guys don't know, you can get paid on Facebook. And he's able to get paid on Facebook just by you guys watching his videos. So do that. El Wedo Slots. I love the new logo, bro. Again, back to Gamblers Unknown. He does logos. He does amazing logos for a lot of different slot channels. If you guys haven't reached out to him yet, if you need to update your logo or update your page or whatever, hit him up. Talk to him. Hey, he's learned how to do this on his own. He's had a lot of free time. And just like YouTube, once you learn how to do something, you could turn it around for yourself. You can make a little extra side cash. It's Simon. It's a slot machine. She does the same thing. Hit them up, please. El Wedo Slots, I hope you're at the restaurant. If not at the restaurant, at least at the casino. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Goldie Slots. Hey, she kicked this whole 4-day marathon off. Vegas Girl Slots, thank you for coming in. Let's see. Okay, Lucky Obsession, Vegas Girl, Goldie Slots. Appreciate you guys coming in, talking. All good. Let me see. I just don't want to miss anybody in here. Okay, let's get our guest on. I call her Lily Slots, Lily, but it's actually Lily Slots. I was corrected big time today, so let's get her on, and we'll have her introduce herself, and then we'll see what's going on.
Hi.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
So introduce yourself to everybody in case they don't know who you are.
I am Lily Slots. My real name is Kalila, so it's okay if everybody's butchered it and said Lily. It's fine. So
wait. Can you repeat your name?
It's Kalila.
Kalila.
Yeah.
Now, is that part Hawaiian?
It is actually Hawaiian. Usually in Hawaii they spell it with H's.
Okay.
But mine is Kalila. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Mahalo.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome in. So, real quick, just give us a breakdown. Where do you live?
I am in the Midwest. I'm in Kansas. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You're in Kansas. In Kansas, I don't know. I've never been to Kansas. I always think of the Wizard of Oz when I hear Kansas. So, Slots, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. So I think of Kansas. There's no place like home. Tell me about home. Are there casinos around Kansas? Because I want to know.
A lot of people say that. It reminds them of the Wizard of Oz type of thing. But there are my casinos that are closest. I have two that are pretty close to me, about 45 minutes away.
Okay.
I do have another one that's about an hour away. So my dad and I may go up there once in a while. So, but not too far out.
What's the biggest casino that you have next to you?
It is probably the Argosy, I would assume, which is about that hour-ish away.
Okay.
There is a Harrah's also, I think, like right on that border of Missouri and in Kansas also. So I've only been there a couple times.
So when you go to the one that's like in Missouri, every time you go there, do you say we're not in Kansas anymore?
I do. Actually, I said that to my dad a month ago.
Because I do this every single road trip. My girlfriend hates it, but whenever we're in a car and we're driving by somewhere, we drive to Arizona quite a bit. We'll see that the hay bundles or the trucks full of hay.
Yeah.
And I'll always go right out of the blue, hey, and then I'll point to it. And it's stupid, but I get a kick out of it. I make myself laugh.
I'm in a college town, so it's pretty busy here. You'll see a lot of that out more western Kansas, so all the flat and cows and hays and all that good stuff.
I'm a cowboy at heart. So real quick, before we get into anything, in the chat, I see there's 5-6 people in here. Really appreciate it. But hey, guys, spoiler alert. I just finished the last episode of Ozark, and you're not going to believe it. I'm going to spoil it for you right now. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. The ending sucked. Just telling you guys now. You don't have to watch it. Thank you. I see people clicked out real quick. Maybe they didn't want to watch it. Anyway, so tell me about when you go to the different casinos and when you what is your routine for going to the casinos? About how many times a week do you go?
Honestly, right now I'm working so much. I'm pretty much gone from sunup to sundown, Monday through Friday. So I'm not going a lot right now. I'm kind of doing the online thing. I will go to my main one where I've hit my jackpots kind of about once or twice a month, just because I do have comps there and I'm an elite player, so I have to go get those.
Okay.
But right now, I just don't have the time.
Okay. So, are you married as well?
I am married.
Okay.
I have 3 kids of mine, and then my husband has 4 as well. They're all grown.
Okay. That's fantastic. Any pets?
No pets.
Okay. Okay. So you go to the casino as often as you can. What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Okay.
So, been in the healthcare for 20 plus years.
So you have probably been just swamped with everything, right?
Yeah.
Gamblers Unknown says, at RhinoMan Slots, can we ask her about stuffing envelopes?
Absolutely.
What about stuffing envelopes?
So Chumba Casino, online casino, has a thing where you can stuff envelopes. You can do a 4x6 card, and all of their sweepstakes rules are on the website itself. So you have to write out something on a 4x6 card. You put it in the envelope, and it's worth 5 sweeps coins, which equals $5 American technically. So I have technically been writing anywhere from 300 to 500 a week.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. I started about 4 weeks ago, so I should get my first drop of free sweeps coins here in the next week. So I'm super anxious to see how much that is.
That's fantastic. Slots Sister says, Lily Slots, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goldie Slots says, nurses rock. Lucky Obsession says, thank you for your service. It's a slot machine says, thank you for your service and hard work, because we know this past year you have just been slammed probably working, and you've probably seen some horrific things working in a hospital. I know I work in a hospital, and just wasn't a pretty sight. It wasn't a pretty sight at all. So people being locked down in their homes and stuff like that, it seems like bad, but it wasn't as bad as actually having to go to the hospital and work around those conditions. So again, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you about 2 things. Your channel, obviously, we're going to ask you about that. But how long have you been gambling?
Well, I remember being a kid with my dad, kind of going to the dog races, and he gambled. Him and I started gambling together really about 2001 or 2. Okay. I had a daughter in 2003 that passed away. So I kind of took a break after that. And usually I'll take some breaks, maybe 6 to 8, months. I'll take a break and then kind of go back. But this last year I went on like a year streak of going. Okay. And then in September I hit a 5-day streak that was insane. So
we'll talk about that 5-day streak in a minute. But how long have you been gambling on Chumba?
Actually, that's only been maybe about 6-7 months max.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the stuffing envelopes part of it, that gives you the money to play on Chumba.
That's correct. Yeah. So if you have the time to do it, it's definitely worth it. I do plan on doing a video here soon on how to do it.
Okay.
But it'll be definitely worth it. It'll be less money out of my pocket. I got to spend. So
Please tag me in that, because if that's something I could do, I'll put some people here at the house to work, stuffing envelopes and getting that going. Um, so Slot Sister says, sorry to hear about your loss, Lily.
no, thank
Um, so you've been on Chumba for 6 months. We're going to talk about your run on Chumba because, like I said, I've never played online gaming. But growing up, you said dog races. Did you do any bingo or anything with?
No, didn't do a lot of bingo. If my dad did go to the casino, I was too young to know,
Okay.
but I definitely remember being a kid running around as he was, betting on the dog races so.
So Olga Rosas just jumped in real quick. She says, "Hi everyone, just jumped in for 5 minutes. Wanted to say hi to Lily Thoughts. Wish I could be here, but I'll watch the replay. Thank
Oh,
you,
thank
Olga.
you. Thank
She'll
you.
be she'll be up at 3 a.m. watching the replay as she was last night. I appreciate that, Olga. Thank you for doing that. What's for dinner, as we say. So Kansas. Did you live in Hawaii at any point? And no?
No, my mom had a girlfriend who was from Hawaii. Apparently, this is what she says. When I was almost born, she gave her a baby book name or a
Okay.
book with babies' names from Hawaii, and she picked it. So it means sweetheart or loved one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Slot Sister wants to know, Lily Slots, what's your comfortable bet amount? I'm usually okay with $2 or less. What is your
Yeah.
comfortable bet range?
So my comfort zone is 10 cents. I'm going to go for those higher progressives.
Okay.
And I'm going to bet probably starting at 250 and kind of see how it does. I may go up to 5. I've gone up to 750 and 12 or 1250, just depending on how well I'm doing. I'm scared to do the 25 and 50s, to be honest.
Okay. Well, but let's stop at that point and let me ask you this. So the number one question that I had in 3 questions today is, what is your longest winning streak? And obviously I prefaced this interview with, you had a 5-day winning streak. Please tell us about that 5-day winning streak and what you won in that time period.
So I was staying out on the main floor.
Which casino?
Yeah, the main casino floor, with your majors at 1,000, max out, and went to high limit and was like, hey, these majors are higher, what's the max out? And so somebody had told me, of course they're 10K max out. So I usually go on the late night. If I do go, it was anywhere from like 2 to 5 in the morning. Went one night. The major was at 10K maxed out. I put $200 in, said, let me just try, and spent about $70, got a bonus round, and the major dropped.
Wow.
And I did get it in the end of the video, where I was like, oh my God, I just hit $10,000. So I was in total shock. After that, I went I think it was maybe like 3-4 days later. It was really random on a Wednesday night at 11 o'clock. Not even the time I go. Go in, it was super packed. I mean, elbow to elbow in there. There must have been a drawing or maybe a concert going on.
Real quick.
Sat down at the, go
Real
ahead.
quick. She bets 5280. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Goldie Slot says $25 and $50 bets makes her nervous, but a bonus hit's definitely worth it.
Definitely makes me nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me nervous too. My butt cheeks click. So go ahead and finish that story. I'm sorry.
So I went on a Wednesday night around 11 o'clock. Like I said, it was super packed. Sat down at a machine. And sure enough, put my last $200 in and hit the grand. 10,000. It had just been hit. I hit it for $10,192.
Wow.
So had my husband come up, of course, and, get the money and all that good stuff. So I was super, super nervous, excited, all of that. Ended up staying up most of that night. I think I called my dad 100 times and he didn't answer the phone. So the next morning I went and saw him. And he was like, come on, let's go to, the Argosy down about, an hour away. So I was like, Daddy, I can't, I'm too tired. And I'm still worked up. And he's like, come on, Lucky Charm, let's go, So I was like, all right, I'll go. So I went down there and sat down at Luxury Line, was betting 5 cents. I think it was like $8 a bet. Sat down, hit a bonus, hit it for 9,200. Bam.
Wow.
And so at that point I was completely appalled. I was like, this can't be happening. What is happening?
So you are a leprechaun at that point.
Yeah. And around that time, I remember Gamblers Unknown had that drawing. He had like a promotion thing going on his page for whoever caught the major could get it was $100.
Wearing a shirt.
Yeah. And so it was around that time. So I was kind of already, hitting majors here and there, and I told him I'm coming for that major. I'm coming for that $100. And sure enough, I did get it, through that time also. So it ended up being about close to 35K in about 5 days.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But you're the one. So I was talking to Gamblers Unknown. I didn't actually know you were the one that took him for $100.
Yeah.
Congrats. So it was 35,100.
That's correct.
Thanks to Gamblers Unknown. That's awesome. That is awesome. So that has been your 5-day winning streak. Never got anything close. I had a 1-2 day winning streak. Actually, I've hit a couple majors at the beginning of the year. I have like 12 now since January, but never that much in that short of time. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. I was completely shocked, and I've gambled for a long time, but I've never, hit anything crazy, like that. So.
And Gamblers Unknown says he didn't pay you, his wife did.
He's very right about that. She did. So thank you.
Okay. So now we're going to jump into, we'll get to your channel in a minute, but I want to know about, obviously this is part of your channel because you do online gaming on your channel. Tell us about Chumba, how you got started with Chumba, and, what has it been like for you? What's your experience been like overall? I hear a lot of horror stories that people say, oh, yeah, I put money in and I can't get money out and I can't do this. And you have a theory about that. So just go ahead and tell us what your thing is.
To be honest, I was kind of cruising YouTube, and I did come across Chumba Queen and some other people that play as well, and kind of did my own research on it before I actually played, because I was definitely skeptical myself. I don't want to put some money in somewhere with no guarantee for it to come back, but then also lose it all. Did a lot of research on it, went through the proper steps to get verified. You do have to get verified on Chumba. Like I said, you have to go through a verification process, which some people they say it takes a long time. I actually messaged them on Facebook. So it only took me about 2 or 3 days to get verified.
Okay, now when you say verified, if somebody doesn't know what that means, what is that process like?
So you're going to put in your bank account information. You're going to upload your ID, your driver's license, just to make sure that's who you are. And then if they need to deposit funds as well. Later, I did find out that they also have what's called a Chumba card, a Chumba debit card. And so a lot of times I can just cash straight out to that Chumba debit card. I know there's a limit, and I think it may be like $2,500 a day. That way you don't have to wait, 2 to 5 days for it to hit your bank account. You can get it that day. So, And I know there's a lot of people that say, Chumba's fake and, you don't get paid. And I don't know everybody's story. Some people that I do see on Facebook, I'm in quite a few groups of Chumba people. Sometimes I do see people say like they got kicked out or they got banned. But they also had 2 or 3 different accounts, trying to get different play.
Okay.
But like I said, I can't speak for everybody. I don't know everybody's story. All I can speak about is for me. And I know for me, I've been paid out. I've had no issues.
Okay. So I'm going to touch on a couple of points. So you've known people that have had 2 or 3 accounts. The reason they have 2 or 3 accounts is because they want to get the free coins, so that they could play without putting any money of their own. But the verification process, does it matter what state? I don't even know if you know the answer to this. Does it matter what state you're in?
Is to play.
Yeah.
So there is certain states, I guess, that don't allow online gaming. And it is in their description and rule kind of stuff. So if you're in one of those states, you definitely need to read that. As far as redemption, as well as far as cashing out, I think there are certain states also that you can only cash out like so much.
Okay. So I have my own horror experience. Well, they're not horror experiences for me. It actually worked out well. I was back big into Texas Hold'em. This was like years ago when they had the online Texas Hold'em. I tried my luck at a couple of Texas Hold'em things and the tournaments and stuff online, which was okay. Didn't really have to deposit much money. I deposit a little bit and you play some of those online tournaments. Um, did that, but at the time they had shut down. I was supposed to deposit money, but they shut down. I couldn't deposit money. I couldn't do anything else. So it
Wow.
sort of worked out for me. But the people that had money in their account that should have gotten paid out, once the government shut those off online casinos down, they weren't getting paid out at all. So that's always in the back of my mind with Chumba and stuff. And we're going to get into Goldie's question in a minute. What is the most that you've won on Chumba? And then what is the most you've cashed out on Chumba?
Around 5K in one day is what the most I've won and the most that I've cashed out. I cashed it all out.
Smart girl.
Yeah.
Smart girl. 5K, boom, cash out.
Yeah.
That sounds like me. I would have been like, yeah, give me my money right there.
Yeah. Yeah, because one thing about Chumba, if you stay on for too long, they're gonna start taking. So yeah.
Okay.
Time for me to go.
Let's compare. You go to the casino and you play slots. The slots are obviously different on Chumba. You're not going to get Dragon Link. You're not going to get Lightning Link. You're going to have a bunch of different machines that you may not know how to play. But as far as betting goes, do you bet the same denominations that you would in a casino, or what's the difference in the betting structure?
Well, I don't. Personally, I'll go in. I may bet 10 or 15 spins at 50 cents, and
Okay.
then I'll up my bet to $2.50, $2, depending on what that game is. I've seen people hit really well on just $1 bet.
Okay.
It just kind of varies, but their bets can go pretty high. They can get up to like 200 a spin, which is insane. So
okay, so what's the most that you've pushed for one spin on Chumba?
no more than like $10. $10 a
Okay.
spin. Yeah.
And when you've gotten the big wins, what were the big wins? Because you were explaining to me a little bit earlier today, that there are majors and jackpots and stuff. When I hear major, I automatically think Dragon Link, Lightning Link, those. How are those majors won on Chumba?
Yeah. So I did hit a major on Chumba. Totally forgot about that when I probably about 2 months into playing Chumba. It was about 6,200.
Oh,
So they do have games that are like Lightning Link or Dragon Link with the orbs that drop as well. But yeah, so their majors start out, it depends on the game, anywhere from like $5K. That's one of the reasons why I like playing it also, is because their progressives are a lot higher. Their grands can get anywhere from $50K to anywhere. I've seen them hit $1 million. Just recently, somebody in Missouri hit $1 million. So I feel like, hey, if I can hit $1,000 at the casino, I'm definitely going to hit $1,000 on Chumba.
Okay. If you can do it on one, you can do it on another. So,
why not?
let me ask you this. So a Chumba session, going to the casino, you take 1, 2, 3, 400, whatever you're going to bet, but staying at home and depositing money into an account. What is your average session cost you on Chumba?
I'll start out 300. I'll put 300 in. See what I can do with that. If I can't do anything on 300, I may stop, for that day and say, you know what, I'm going to try tomorrow. It may just not be my day. Okay. Maybe wait a couple days and then go from there. So
yeah, maybe a couple weeks, couple months.
Exactly. I noticed that too. If I'm not doing well, for a few days, I'll take a couple weeks off and then come back, and it'll probably pay me something.
She Bets 5280 has a good question. Are their payout percentages published like state casinos?
If I remember right, their percentage rate is like crazy high. It's like 96 or 97% payback. I don't want that. Don't quote that, but definitely get on chumbacasino.com and look at that. But it's pretty high.
Okay, real quick, I want to shout out. I see the Yoshis are in the chat. They're probably driving home right now, or they may still be at Saboba. If you guys haven't checked it out, they hit a major on Firelink today during their live. This is the second live in a row. The week before, they got a $1,000 ball. This week, they got a major. If you guys didn't see their live after this interview, go check it out. Make sure you watch their live. That was awesome. Congrats, fam.
Yes.
That was a good job doing that. Let's see. She Bets 5280. Do you always cash in? Do you always cash in and cash out the same day, or do they allow you to keep your money in and sit in Chumba?
You can let it sit in there. You don't necessarily have to cash out that day. It's totally up to you.
Okay. Sister Yoshi's in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lucky Obsession says she watched their live today. That was awesome. They just got home. Okay, so the Chumba thing is fascinating to me. So you'll do 300 in there, and you'll play up and down. If you lose, you just
let it go for the day.
How quickly can $300 go in Chumba? Based on your experience, I'm not saying it can obviously go quickly, but for yourself, how long does that last you playing wise?
It really depends. I could go hours.
Okay.
Or I could go 30 minutes.
Okay.
It just varies, depending on what you're playing and if you're hitting or if you're not, so.
Okay. That's so what do you prefer? Online or going into the casino?
Recently, I prefer online. I'm doing better online than I am at the real casino.
So, well, I want to ask this: is it better for you? Obviously, you're a workaholic. We know that. Is it better for you because you could decompress at home, playing a little Chumba, and just sit there and veg on the? Okay.
Absolutely. And I come home in the evening after work. Yeah, I'm gonna lay in my bed for the hour before I fall asleep and might get on Chumba.
Okay. What's the most you've lost on Chumba?
In one setting?
In one setting. Over a period of time. I want to know that question too. Over a period of time, because you cashed out 5,000, you had a major for 6,200. Um, so obviously, are you up on Chumba or is Chumba up on you?
They're probably up on me.
Okay.
In the long run, they're probably up on me. I did hear just recently that you can get a like win-loss statement. Apparently you can actually look and see, what you've put in versus what you've actually cashed out. And I'm just guessing just because it's the casino that they're probably up on me.
Okay.
But I'd actually have to, look and see. Cause like I said, I have hit a major, I've cashed out some thousands, but I've also put in some money also. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the biggest session loss for you? Is it 300 or have you put in more than that? Because you've had a hard day at work. I'm going to drop 1,000 in Chumba and I'm just going to play today. Um,
Probably about 600, double
okay.
up on the 300. And then after that, I'm done.
Um, okay. That's good. So tell us about your channel. We're going to start talking about your channel a little bit because it obviously involves Chumba. And you mentioned that you get a win-loss statement. Obviously, when you get to 1,000 subs, which it won't take you long to get to 1,000 subs, um, you should start producing some form of income, whether it's $5, whether it's $10, but then you could look at using write-offs for your business, which YouTube will be. And that was Goldie has that question too. Are you winning taxed? Are your winnings taxed?
So there's some talk about taxes as far as with Chumba. People say because it's out of country, it gets tricky. So you're supposed to, I'm going to say legally, yes, you need to file it on your taxes and you need to pay taxes. Okay. But people are saying that they've cashed out, $7,000 at a time and they're getting away with not paying taxes.
Okay.
To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own. Yeah, you'll figure it out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Definitely. So let's talk about your channel now.
Okay.
When did you start your channel? Because I see videos up from 3 years ago. Let's talk about those videos first because it wasn't gambling, but tell us what that was about.
No. So when the pandemic hit, things got really crazy in nursing. Of course, everybody knows. So to take my mind off of things, I had started a small business for women's body care and lip products. So at that time, I had already had a YouTube as like just a person that would post or, watch things. So I figured I'd start, posting things on there occasionally from my business. Didn't really things. Actually, I started working a super lot where I didn't have one day off through the whole summer last summer. So I wasn't really able to focus on that business. So I wasn't able to use, the YouTube like I wanted to.
Okay.
So actually, I think I started shortly after I was on that winning streak. Because when I was on that winning streak, my dad was like, why don't you start a YouTube? And I was like, I never really thought about it. I mean, I guess I could, so I was like, hey, what the heck? At that time, I was, started questioning Gamblers Unknown and kind of talked to him about it too. He had mentioned it as well, but I had, definitely the jackpots and things. I just wasn't YouTubing at that time. So I didn't have full video, stuff. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about two things. She bets 5280 says, "Oh my God, frontline healthcare worker here too. Get it, sis. Keep your head up."
Thank you. You
so
too.
You mentioned you talked to Gamblers Unknown. Did you reach out to other channels as well, or just to Gamblers Unknown? And then this is a two-part question to that. before you discovered Gamblers Unknown, did you discover him first on Facebook as Major Chasers or YouTube?
I discovered him off the Major Chasers. Around the time I think I hit my first 10K, I started searching on Facebook gambling groups. And his came across. And so that's where I kind of met him. And then, like I said, I'd won the $100 thing for hitting that major. I had not really reached out to any other YouTubers. I didn't really know anybody at that time. I was just kind of fresh to his Major Chaser group. So I didn't know, anybody. So, and then he kind of said, hey, watch this person, or, so yeah.
Yeah, and he's the one that put me in contact with you, which is fantastic. So we're giving him a lot of plugs right now. One, I'm happy that you found him through the Major Chasers Facebook group. One, it just shows that he took so much time to develop that Facebook group to a point where that is driving other things in his channel. It's driving his t-shirt sales. It's driving a lot of other things. You have a very nice logo. Where did you get that done?
He made that for me.
He made it for you as well.
Yep.
I'm going to have him back on the show again because we're going to talk about this. I mean, I've been talking to him for a while on different things. He has been constantly learning. And I tell this to everybody that starts a YouTube channel that is trying to figure out, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. You have to jump in and you have to learn as much as you can about what you're doing. Posting videos, editing videos, thumbnails, whatever it is. He's been doing the Facebook group and learning as he goes. That's why he's able to get that 10,000 subscribers on his Facebook group and get it monetized and everything else so quickly. That's pretty much unheard of. He took the time to learn software, and he's still learning to develop and use that skill to help other channels with their learning curve and helping them produce logos and everything else. So the more that you learn, the better it's going to be for everybody. If you're planning to help somebody else out, you have to learn how to do it yourself.
Yeah, that he's been huge. And I'll do my best to look it up on YouTube first before I actually, reach out to him or, try to do my own research first before I try to go harassing him, because I know he's got a lot on his plate. So, but
he'll take the time to answer the questions. He says, "Keep plugging away. I deserve it." Yes, you do, bro. You do. So keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so now you started your channel. What are the struggles with your channel as far as what's been the first thing that you've had to learn?
The first thing I think was, the editing, of course, in your thumbnails. I was a little okay with the thumbnails just because I had my small business. And so I was already kind of playing around with, they aren't called thumbnails, they're called, of course, photos for your products. Yeah. But I was already kind of playing around with those. So I'd already kind of knew a little bit about that. The other thing was end screens, and I really struggled with that. And so Gamblers Unknown, once again, I was like, I am tapped out. I have YouTubed. I have done everything. Like, I'm frustrated at this point. And so he kind of led me through that as well. And then the other thing is really time for me. Like I said, I'm just so busy. My Monday through Fridays are out the window, okay. So time has been the hugest part. So just trying to keep those videos consistent and posted.
Hey, and that's why I want to thank you, one, for coming on this show, and two, for coming on Saturday when it's one of your days off. I appreciate that. But Gamblers Unknown wants me to ask you about the rug she made. Do you have that near where you could show that?
I don't. I don't. So it's
So
downstairs. But
he's giving.
I did have a rug. I had Amazon make me one with my logo on it. So if you can see behind me, like my office is currently under construction right now. My oldest kids are moved out, and so I'm taking over their rooms. And so one of them's going to be my YouTube room, and then my other one's going to be my business room. And so yeah, just trying to get everything together. So
It's funny you say that. We talked about this morning. Um, I'm pretty much an empty nester now. Um, so I converted 2 rooms of my house. One is RhinoMan Studios where I film the show and I do everything, and then one is RhinoMan Business, the business office where I have my card printer set up. I have everything set up, and I do all of my uh, business stuff on the other side. So I'm similar to you.
yeah.
Convert those rooms, uh, get them done. So that's fun that you do that. Now, do any of your kids watch you on YouTube?
If they do, I don't know.
Uh,
My oldest did just come by, and I was like, if you're going to be here, you got to be quiet because I'm doing an interview. And he's like, for YouTube? Yes. So he may check it out. My youngest is currently in college, so he's kind of super busy right now. So he graduates in a month. So
Probably not as busy as you think. He's probably over there, enjoying some Coronas, partying with the chicks, doing whatever he's doing. Oh, Mom, I'm so busy. And turn down the music, guys. Turn down the music. Wait, we don't
Yep.
want.
Very well could be.
You're calling him, and then in the background, obviously, you're hearing.
That's right.
My mom's on the phone.
Turn it down.
I want to ask you about that real quick. This is a personal question. So your son's away in college. Do you call him or do you FaceTime him?
I FaceTime him.
Okay.
And he's actually here. He's in town going to college. So if I call, I'm FaceTiming.
Okay. You want to know who he's with and what he's doing.
Absolutely.
There you go. I love that. Okay, so the hardest part was learning, thumbnails and titles and everything else. That is part of the hardest thing. Let's talk about lives. You have enough subscribers to go live.
I do.
Do you want to go live at the casino or do you want to go live on Chumba?
I want to do both.
Okay.
So I have been in the last probably 30 days doing my best to try to figure out one platform that I want to use. Which I talked to you earlier about. It's just been super, super hard for me. So I'm super anxious to try what, the direction you gave me earlier. So I have given myself a deadline of 30 days and I will be going live. So
okay, we look forward to it. Give us a breakdown of your channel. I mean, I can't see your analytics. I don't know anything. What your videos get when you post, when everything. What does your hours look like as far as for your channel right now?
I probably only have 200 hours right now.
Okay.
My videos honestly range. I do notice it's crazy to me. My Chumba videos get more views than my casino videos. And it very well could be because I need to go live,
Okay.
So I'm very, very anxious and eager to see how that changes once I do go live. So.
Okay, so now this is an interesting question that I have for you. When you put your titles and descriptions, when you do the category for what your video is, what do you put? Do you put entertainment or do you put online gaming where you could put Chumba Casino, or do you select a category?
I feel like it's gaming. I can't remember.
Because if you choose gaming, I think if you choose gaming, you have to select the type of game that you're doing. And I believe there's online casinos there
Okay.
for that. So
I'll look at that.
I was just wondering because, as you said, you have a lot more views on your Chumba than anything else, and I think online gaming is huge as far as slot videos and stuff like that. Um, but 200 hours, once you start going live, you will see that multiply by 5, by 10, by 20. Your hours will be, there before anything else. So that was my next question. What do you intend to focus on over the next couple of months with your channel?
Going live.
Okay.
And then, like I said, definitely with going online and then as well as in the casino as much as I can. So, but that's my main focus right now, going live and just staying consistent every other day with the videos.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of guidance. What I would set a goal for, obviously you're going live, but I would set a goal for watch hours. And then try and target, X amount of watch hours a week. So you could say, hey, within, this period of time, if I hit this X amount of watch hours a week, then you'll find yourself not worrying about going live. You will be going live just to get that goal. So I think that would be worried. I wouldn't worry about the subs. I would just worry about the watch hours and make that your primary goal to get the hours by going live as much as you can. And if you're dropping 300 in Chumba a day or a week, you said it yourself, 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Just do that. Just do that live. And that'll be fantastic.
Okay.
So what would you recommend to somebody if they said, hey, Lily, like you reached out to Gamblers Unknown. Tomorrow, somebody that's watching this video says, hey, I want to reach out to her and find out what she's doing now because she's just starting out. I'm starting out. I want to know what's going on. What would you tell that person?
Absolutely. Whatever I do know that I can provide for them, absolutely. I'm going to hand down whatever I've learned and pass it to the next. So I'm not greedy with information. If I know it, then absolutely. So
okay. So if anybody wants to reach out to you, how would they reach you?
You can reach me via email, which is lilyslots@gmail.com. You can reach me out on Facebook at lilyslots, either place. So
okay, fantastic. Let me see here. So Chumba Online, primary focus of your channel. Is it Chumba or is it online? What does your description say currently about where your channel says about Lily Slots? I'm putting you on the spot, girl.
You know how long ago I wrote that?
Well, that's my whole point. You have to keep going back to your description of your channel. Obviously, when you start out, you're starting out with one intention in mind, and then after you do it for a few months, then it changes. Then you got to go back and change it again, and then you got to keep developing your channel as you would anything else. Just make sure that you keep addressing the issues that are coming up. If you go in a whole new direction, then hey, it's going to be all Chumba every day. You'll find me live. So you got to let people know it's like a TV guide.
Yeah. I like I said, I think right now with my crazy schedule, it's probably going to be a lot more online right now where my focus will be. Doesn't mean I won't be in the casino because of course I'll be there. Just won't be as often as it was when I initially, first started out. So
the Closet Scratcher just came in and she said, hey, hi, RhinoMan, sub to Lily Slots. Thank you for doing that.
Thank
my
you.
Videos, and then Lucky Obsession says my videos are mostly 1 hour each before being monetized, and now still are. So, that's one way to go. And since you're still new, you could still experiment with different times of your videos, meaning put some 5-minute videos up, put some 10, 15, so you could find where your audience is liking, and whichever one that seems to be taking off for you, produce more of those.
Yeah.
Like if you find 8 minutes are good, keep producing more of those. Gamblers Unknown says, don't let her fool you. She pays $4.99 per tip. Hey, I didn't know there was a going rate. $4.99.
I didn't either.
Are you sure? Because your wife gave us a different amount. It wasn't $4.99.
Too funny.
Okay, so that would be something. Just keep monitoring your channel. I know you're busy. I know it takes a ton of time, but I do see the green screen. I see the lights. I see everything that you're getting ready to do, and it'll pay off later. I want to ask you this: do you enjoy gambling?
I do.
Okay.
Yep. So.
And do you enjoy YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because for me, I started my channel for a couple of reasons, but I think one of the major reasons I started my channel with in the beginning was so that I could tell my girlfriend, "Hey, we need to go to the casino because I need to get content. We got to get down there, and I need to get content for my YouTube channel and everything else." So it was sort of an excuse to go to the casino. But then after I started uploading content and learning, that's where it became something else. Then I started enjoying the process of creating videos and putting them out there and seeing who else enjoys those videos. So it may have started out as a very self-serving thing for myself to get to the casino. It turned into something that was, hey, I like this, and maybe I could share what I'm doing. One of my first struggles was, hey, I record with this. So I would record just a crap load of videos on my phone, but I had no idea how to get them onto the computer to edit them.
Yeah.
I struggled with that. That was one of my first struggles. I didn't know how to do it, and then I started looking up different ways to do it. Some people say if you have a Mac computer, then it's easy because you can sync it with your thing, and others have different ways. The easiest way for me is I have a Google account. I have Google Pictures. It's Google Cloud, same thing like the iPhone cloud or whatever. So as soon as I take a video, it automatically goes to the cloud. Then I just log on to the computer and then download them from there. And I didn't know how to do that. There's 3 buttons up at the top. You have to click and then click download. It took me about 4 hours to figure out that one.
Wow.
So yeah, but once you
learning experience.
Yeah, definitely. So every channel has some kind of different learning experience when it comes to what they've had to overcome in order to get their channel there.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this: where do you see yourself in 6 months? Where do you see your channel?
Well, hopefully, right now I'm having fun with it. I didn't go into this to make a bunch of money or,
you won't. Surprise. You're not going to
it for this, honestly, my dad said it. And like I said, I was like, hey, keep my mind off of nursing, to be honest. But in 6 months, still having fun. And, no matter where the subscriber or the watch hours are, just keep going. So.
Okay. And let me tell you, this community here is really supportive. So you are, and I will tell you this now, you are at one point over the next 6 months, maybe a couple of times, going to be discouraged.
Yeah.
You will be discouraged because you're going to look at your account and you're going to say, "Well, I've been doing this for 4 months and I only got 499 subscribers. I can't get that 500 subscriber, or I'm at 2,500 hours. I'm never going to get to 4,000 hours." You're going to get discouraged.
Yeah.
When that happens, I suggest this: 2 things. 1, go back and look at your very first video that you posted, and maybe the first 1, 2, or 3 videos that you posted. And then 2, reach out to somebody in the community, and tell them where you're at, because, we've all been there. We're all going through the same thing. And we'll talk you through it. Don't look at your subs. Just remember what you just said, having fun with it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the key there. Anything else that you want to say? I have some questions for you right now. They're going to be rapid fire questions. And then we'll get to something else. So obviously I'm going to do this one. Online or casino?
Right now, online.
Okay. Let's say Aristocrat or Scientific Games?
Aristocrat.
Okay. Genghis Khan or Peace and Long Life?
Peace and long life.
Poker or blackjack?
Poker.
Dragon Link or Lightning Link?
Probably Lightning.
Okay. What is your favorite Lightning Link game?
Hearts.
Okay.
Heartthrob.
Dollar Storm or Firelink?
Well, my casino just got a Dollar Storm, so I'm anxious to get down there and play it. So probably have to go with the other one because I haven't played it yet.
Okay. Let's see. Last one. Keno or video poker?
Probably video poker. I don't know how to play Keno.
Okay. Have you ever tried Keno?
I haven't.
What is your absolute favorite game to play in the casino and online?
In the casino would have to be Heartthrob. Online would have to be a Stampede Fury 2.
Oh, okay. Now, do they have some form of Stampede Fury in the casino?
Just the Buffaloes, kind of
Okay.
similar to it.
Okay. So now here is the other questions. Beaches or mountains?
Mountains.
Okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Hey, Scratcher Chick. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Walking or biking?
Walking.
What is your favorite cartoon you used to watch as a kid?
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Okay.
Yeah.
Baseball or basketball?
Basketball.
Okay. Football or soccer?
Football.
Okay. Hawaii or Florida?
Hawaii.
Okay. Hey, have you been there?
No, and I
Okay.
want to go.
There you go. I guess that one, I should have said Hawaii or Bahamas would probably be the thing. California or New York?
California.
If you got your dream car today, what would that dream car be?
That's tough. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Did you have a favorite car when you were growing up?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. I'm in a Toyota Camry.
Okay. So put it this way. If you had all the money in the world, what car would you buy your husband?
Well, he'd want a truck.
Oh, okay.
So
What kind of? Well, you are in
it would
Kansas,
probably be a
right?
brand new Ford F-150 or something to that sort.
Okay, you would need all the money in the world because those things are running around 70, 80,000
They
bucks,
are
right? Right,
crazy.
stock, nothing on them. They have some really awesome trucks though.
They do.
Linda, Slot Life, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. So it would be a Ford F-150. That's pretty awesome. Do you guys have any plans for Vegas anytime soon?
I have a girls trip coming up in December.
Okay, so December. Channels, reach out. She's going to be there. Slot Sister, she's going to be there. Brazen's out there. Goldie Slots is out there. If you want to do a quick collab video with any of them, hit them up on social media. I'm sure they'll be
Absolutely.
happy to reach out to you. Or you could just go. You say you have a girls trip.
Yep.
I have the perfect thing for you. Take your girls trip jaywalking Las Vegas with jaywalking Las Vegas. That would be
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
Um, okay, guys. Hey, I appreciate you taking some time out of your Saturday evening. Um, Thank you for being a guest here. Anytime you want to use this platform and come on and say something, talk to anybody, or if you want to just reach out to me or anybody in the chat, please do so. Guys, hey, Saturday, if you haven't seen what I've been doing all day, check out my Facebook page. I've been in the garage. I've been working my butt off. Literally, I don't have a butt right now. So don't have to worry about those $25 bit spins and my butt cheeks clenching up because I really don't have one. Tomorrow, Slot Sister. I will be on Level Up with Slot Sister. You have to check that out. 3 p.m. Please don't forget. Um, Monday, guys. I don't know what to tell you, but clear your calendar for 10 a.m. on Monday morning. I will have Josh from Slotaholic on. He will give you the tips for how he does his channel. And you really want to watch that because he is one of the better gambling channels out there for slot machines. He has a lot of challenges that he does, and he's developed those over time. So you're really going to want to tune in for that one. May 4th. Hey, we have May the 4th be with you. Major Chaser Strikes Back. I haven't put my thumbnail out. I'm getting a ton of crap from Sister Yoshi, Gamblers Unknown, um, Oklahoma Casino Review Slots. Hey, they're about to have my head. They want to put up the whole list, and I've been dragging my feet. Sorry, guys. I will make sure I get that up. James Coupler, thank you for coming in. I'm just ending it right now. I really appreciate it. So that's May 4th event. I will be at Harris SoCal tomorrow through Thursday. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fun. Sister Yoshi says I'm slacking. Yes, I am. I'm not working my butt off over here. But next week I have Slotaholic. I have the May 4th event, and I have something special coming on Friday. I will have that posted on Tuesday morning. Guys, it's going to be an epic, epic week. But until then, let the good times roll, and I will see you then. Thank you, Lily, for
Thank you.
being Lily for
Thank you
for
for
being
having me.
on. Guys, see you next time.